Well, hey, it's Jamie. That's me here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to yet another quick chat. Now, today on the quick chat, we are going to be talking about the individuals over there at Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay. Now, first off, before we really get into it, y'all know we got to talk about Miss Arrione, honey, because girl, she went over there and took to IG. And Miss Girl decided that she was going to drag a TikToker that often talks about her. And I was just kind of like wowed. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I was completely wowed by it. I couldn't believe that she was taking it there. I was just in shock a bit, you know. She didn't necessarily drag her looks as far as calling her unattractive or anything like that, but she primarily just talked about the young lady's hair or whatnot. But I must say, the girl ended up doing her own video to that and responding back to Miss Ariane. And I wasn't even mad at Miss Girl response because it just seems like it wasn't that deep for her. Like, you know, Miss Girl kind of laughed at it, chuckled at it, like it wasn't really that big of a deal for her. So I was kind of like, I like how she handled that. Somebody else probably would have got mad and upset. It was giving, girl, touche. Fair game, okay? I speak on you. You want to speak on me? So, okay, that's fine. It's not going to make or break my day. It's not going to affect anything that I have going on. So, hey, touche, girl. Okay? So, it was what it was. I guess a lot of people had been sending Miss Ariane clips of this young lady, and Miss Ariane said she don't even know what the girl said, and I was like, "Nah, Miss A, why is you dragging this woman and you don't even know what she said? The girl could have been hyping you up, and you said that you don't even watch her TikToks or nothing. You don't be watching YouTube or anything. That's what you said." And she says like, people sends me stuff. They send me stuff, and when they send it to me, I don't even know what the person said, but I'm just assuming if it's 5 or more people sending me things, then obviously I feel like I need to defend myself. And I'm like, you don't know what them people were saying about you. You know what I'm saying? So, girl, yes. And I'm kind of like, girl, it's not even, I feel like to me, a lot of the YouTubers don't say, well, I'm lying, girl. I'm lying. Let me say that because I don't watch a whole lot of them. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. But what I will say, because I don't really hear some of the people I do watch say anything like really bad about her. I think that it's the viewers that drag more than the folks on YouTube. So you might want to get a hold of their photos and start going in on them, okay? Because girl, they be having a whole lot to say, and maybe because they don't get on the screen and actually show their face and give their opinions. You feel what I'm saying? But either way, girl, you're gonna do what you want to do anyway, because that's just how you is, okay? So there's that. Miss Ariane said she had time today. She said, I'm big Ari today as I get my hair done for my birthday and I'm about to drag. So let's do it. And that's what she did. And I was like, yikes. But anyway, girl, be careful, okay? But that's all that I got on that. I had to come and just chit chatty patty with that real quick, like. But y'all know that Love and Marriage Huntsville is coming back, should be returning very, very soon. I know a lot of people are looking forward to that, okay? But before we really get into some things, because y'all know we gotta talk about Miss Melody Holt and Martell Holt, girl. Let me tell you something I thought was a bit funny, but not really. I felt like Tisha was kind of directing this at Mel, but that's because I know that they have issues or have had issues in the past. But Tisha probably got a whole lot of friends that she ain't friends with. But who knows, okay? Because life happens. But Tisha put this post up and says, and sometimes it takes fame. Girl, when she say it takes fame, that lets me know that she's talking about Bill. But anyway, girl, let me moonwalk. She says, and sometimes it takes fame or God blessing you with opportunities to realize this. And what she means is this meme that she put up that says you can be friends with people for years and it could take years to realize they were never your friend. Now, oh, wow. Now, if she said this to Mel, I'm sure Mel would beg to differ. But for me personally, I agree with the meme. I do. You could be friends with people for years and only to realize they was never your friends, girl. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has different reasons for why that may be true in their particular life, okay? Right or wrong. I don't know. But I'm just telling you guys what Miss Tisha had to say, okay? Meanwhile, Miss Melody decided she was going to go live, okay? Melody had nothing to say about this particular situation here, okay? What Tisha posted, because Tisha posted this after Melody ended up going live, okay? And I do have a clip, so I am going to play that for you guys. But Melody just pretty much defended her son, Tank, and some things that may have happened. Y'all know she has this whole custody battle going on with Martell right now. And I do believe that some of the issues that were in question or whatever surrounded her son, Tank, okay? And maybe discipline and things like that. So Melody took to her IG Live to go ahead and express her thoughts regarding that. So I'm going to play this quick clip for you guys. So you go ahead and check out what it is that Melody Holt had to say about that.
So let's get to the first thing, biggest thing first, custody case. I love that you guys are looking forward to me being victorious, but guys, there's a lot of information that's been out that's not accurate. There hasn't been a decision. We haven't even really started trial yet. We haven't, not really, we haven't. So I want you guys to know that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate y'all praying, and please continue to pray. I appreciate y'all praying. I know some of y'all been DMing me telling me you guys are fasting. Thank you, Peanut 9102, for buying a badge. But I would be, remiss not to let you guys know what's going on. I don't want y'all misled in any way. So the fact of the matter is, is that we have not started trial yet, just so y'all know. Just for you, by Nakesia Sales, bought a badge. Thank you. I've turned in everything I need to turn in and that I was asked to turn in. And it takes more than one person doing that. So we have not started trial. But please continue to pray, and eventually we'll get there. So I just wanted y'all to know that. Like I said, I don't want y'all to be misled, and it's a lot of reports out, and I don't think any of it was intentionally trying to stir up any trouble or just give false information. I think people were just hopeful. You know what I'm saying? I think people were just hopeful, and that's okay. Like, I'm not offended by it. I'm not bothered by it or anything, but I feel like I owe it to my supporters and my fans to let y'all know what's going on when it comes to that. So that piece. Second piece that I want to talk about is my son. So you guys know, especially if you've been following me for a while, right? You guys know that I love sharing parenting techniques. If you've been coming on my live, hi Brooklyn Winford, thank you for buying a badge. If you have been coming on my live, then you know that I'm constantly talking about sharing things that happen when it comes to me and my kids and how I handle the situation. Usually I'm saying, hey, you don't have to do all that yelling. Don't let them get your blood pressure up. You know what I'm saying? Talk to your kids, have conversations with your kids. You know, I share stuff like that all the time. So if you've been following me, you know that. So yesterday was another one of those moments. First, let me say my son is an amazing, and y'all have heard me and other people brag on him. He is that's why he got best manners last year. He is one of the most respectful. He's going to open the door. He's going to make sure his sisters are good. He's going to make sure his mom is good. Anybody that comes to this house, all of them are always like, oh my gosh, Tank is such a gentleman. He's going to be like, he will ask you 50 million times, you okay? Even when my manager is here, Miss Dawn, you okay? You need anything? You want something to drink? That's just him. He's an amazing kid. Okay? But what I will say is he's still a kid. And I think some of the narrative that I've seen, not narrative I'll say, but some of the comments that I have seen and people have been sending me, I don't know if people understand. For one, the point of the entire post was, one, the big things people miss, intuitively growing where your intuition is on point. That was a big thing that nobody missed. And I talk all the time about spending time by myself. I'm stronger spiritually than I've ever been in my whole life. And the things that I've done to get to that point. So a lot of people that went over you guys' heads, totally, some of you. Then the other piece of it that I think you guys missed was, he didn't hide the pen. I didn't have to take 10 minutes to get out of him what he was doing with a pen. It took maybe not even 10 seconds, really. I said 10 seconds. It probably didn't even take 10 seconds. But the purpose in that piece of it was that my child knew not to lie to me, because he didn't. I asked him, what are you doing with the pen? It was, I know you was doing something with the pen. What you was doing with the pen? And then he showed me the paper. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you talk about a kid being honest, a kid being willing to, even though he didn't know, he could have gotten in trouble. He could have gotten on punishment. He didn't know. But I appreciate, and y'all ain't got to appreciate it because it ain't y'all's child. But I appreciate the fact that when I ask my child something, he's going to tell me the truth. Even if that meant he might have been about to get in trouble. He told me the truth. And some of y'all skipped all over that piece. Skipped all the way over it. And not only that, but then the next piece of the lesson was, I didn't fuss, I ain't yell. You don't have to do all of that with no kid. You don't have to. I had a conversation with him. Not saying you ain't going to sometimes, because sometimes we all be frustrated and tired. But most of the time, you ain't got to be doing all that yelling and fussing and stuff. And so I simply had a conversation, explained what it was. Don't do that. This is why you don't do things like that. 22 Nunu, thank you for the badge. And then we went on with our day. And the next slide in my story was us dancing and rapping together like we had already been doing before I stopped to get gas. So the thing is, he had asked me like a day before for these games. Could he go and get some games? So we then went to the game store and got the games. And guess what? In that moment, I said to him, see, son, all you got to do is ask. All you have to do is ask. You don't ever have to feel like you might have to sneak to do something. You can ask. And I don't know, again, what... Maybe some of you parented in a different age, but for Generation X, let me tell y'all a little bit. These kids do Roblox. They do Fortnite. All these little games be asking for you to go to next levels and get certain little, I guess, special powers, whatever they be doing. They ask for card information. It's things that kids just do, you know what I'm saying, and try to get away with. However, over generations, those things change. But again, what matters to me is that when I asked him, he gave me an answer. He didn't hide no paper. He didn't hide no pen. He told me what he did and showed me the paper. Over here, how I run it when it comes to my kids, because you may run it differently when it comes to yours. I don't speak. This has been the most disturbing piece of me, some of the little commentary. So I'm going to address it. I don't speak negative things over my children. I don't. So for those of you who are taking something a 9-year-old does to go buy some games, or think he finna go buy some games, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he's going to be a thief. Oh, shut up. Shut up. I'm going to say it just like that. Shut up. Okay? And maybe you grew up where your parents spoke stuff over you. You're going to be just like your mama. You're going to be just like your daddy. I don't know, because I wasn't there. But I don't allow that over here. Okay? I don't allow that over here. And that's some of the issues, is we be so quick to speak negative things over our children. Then we wonder why when they get older, they're a certain way, because you've been using your tongue to say negative stuff their whole life to them. Just being honest. So that was a little much. That was ridiculous. Not even cool. And y'all don't even be really telling folks to shut up. But I'm gonna tell y'all on that one, shut that one up. Period. Like, that's ridiculous. We're not finna make it but so you finna be like this, or this how you better watch him. Shut up. Because what if everybody was saying, well, they should have been watching you whenever you was laying your window up as a kid, sneaking out and sneaking stuff to school? You gonna be a liar? You gonna be a thief? It's not cool. Y'all know I'm a big whole person when it comes to kids being off limits. That's what y'all ain't heard me. Any of y'all watching Love and Marriage Transfer, y'all ain't never heard me say nothing about nobody's kids on this show, outside of this show, because I just don't do that. And I hate that a learning moment was turned into something, that was not what it was meant to be. But y'all know, when I feel the need to, if it drops in my spirit to address something, I will. And I will continue to show y'all what I'm doing and tell y'all the good and the bad. I've shown y'all the good and the bad since day one that y'all met me on a public platform. I'm going to continue to show y'all the good and the bad, and the lesson in it, and how you can handle situations. Not saying the way I handle stuff is all the way right. I'm not saying that, but it gives you another perspective. That's all. Another perspective. So that's two of the things. My son, with his little cute self, little mannerable little self. Just Monique Water Badge, thank you. Update on the custody piece. And then
all right, so you guys heard what Miss Melody Holt had to say. Okay, it's obvious that she and Martell have different ways of planning. Melody feels like she is a parent where you could really just talk. Okay, it don't have to be some really bad type of disciplining. All you got to do is have a conversation. Okay, I kind of see her on that. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to do the pop pop with my kid, and then I was like, yeah, no, I rather have conversations with you and see what's going on. So I definitely understand her with that. Whereas it sounds like she was probably saying that Martell may have done some things. Okay, as far as just a little pop pop. All right, with when it comes to their son or whatever. So Martell actually took to his social media to address this. And earlier I did put this live up for you guys to get into, but for those of you guys that have yet to see his live in its entirety, I have a few clips for you guys as well. So go ahead and check out what it is that Martell had to say about this custody battle or whatnot, and also what he had to say about stealing the quote unquote stealing the $17,000 from their bank account. Okay. Also, I have to say during that live, shout out to Martell for kind of dropping a dime just a little bit, letting us know what they may have gotten paid from the OWN network, because it sounded like they had got a deposit of $30,000, and he was trying to figure out where it came from, and then he says, "Oh, that was we got our payment from OWN," and I said, I got it, but that sounded like that was happening in the beginning. So what are you guys making now? Anyway, girl, that's none of my business. Let me go ahead and just press play so you guys can hear what Martell had to say.
The reason I have Melody in court now is because I don't want men watching my children, and that I don't want men watching my children, and that she's had over 20 some people watching my kids. I don't want that. Again, like I shared with Melody too, we can have like two or three babysitters going between my house and her house. We can come to agreement on that. But no, if I'm that busy where I gotta have 20 some people watching my children, I might as well give her full custody, or you can just send them on the weekends or something of that nature. But no, that's why. And then some people like, why are you guys in court? I don't want to be in fucking court. I don't want to be in court. I've talked to her outside of court. I've talked to her. We got text messages. I got stuff that my attorney sent to her attorney. Like, let's settle this. But can you please promise me that you will not have that many babysitters, or that you won't allow men to watch our children? That's it. That is it. And I mean, if you can agree to that, I'm good. But she said no, when the kids are in her custody, that she can do whatever she wants to do. And I mean, I agree with that, but I don't agree with that 100% though. Stop this court thing at any time. If she just called me, or her attorney contact my attorney and say that, hey, listen, I agree with you. Whenever I have to go out of town, I'll give you a call. And also, I won't have no men watching our children. And I'm cool with that. I don't have anything against Marcus. Marcus is her brother. He's gay, and I don't care. We always been around each other. Before the kids, we were out there in Atlanta, and I used to suggest, let's go kick it with your brother now, because I don't care about you being gay. I don't care about that. Again, I have gay family members. I have gay friends. I don't care about that. You can be who you are. I want you to be who you are. I don't care. Gay people, are good people. Straight people are good people. It's horrible, straight people, horrible gay people. That it doesn't matter. Be who you are. So don't ever get that twisted, okay? But yeah, if you're a good person, you're a good person. But I just don't want no men watching my children, period, except for the father. I've never, and I just wish that Mela can get up. Well, it's going to happen, And again, all this court stuff can stop if she just say, hey, I agree with you, Martell. No men watching the kids, and we can select 2 or 3 people to be full-time babysitters. No. I did not steal $17,000 from her. I would have gone to jail. That is called contempt of court. That's when we're going through the divorce thing. If I had stole that $17,000, because she definitely told the attorneys, the judge saw it and everything. No, because I wrote down that just because we're going through a divorce, or just because we're divorced or whatever, that doesn't mean that the money that we once shared is now just yours. No, we got things to pay, and your money is included, okay? So I wrote everything down, gave it to my attorney, and actually, at the time I had a female attorney, and she said, Martell, you can go to jail I'm like, this is my money. This not Mel's money. She convinced my attorney. And my attorney, Martell, you gonna go to jail. And I told my attorney just like this. I said, I no longer want you to represent me. I said that I no longer want you to represent me because it just seemed like you don't understand what I'm saying. I said that the list that I gave you are the things that I had to take care of with our money. It was like $30-some thousand that just came in. But it's so funny because I'll tell y'all the whole story. Forget it. So the whole story was.
All right, so you guys just heard what Martell had to say. And of course, he feels like he has nothing against the gay community. That's what he says, okay? And if you watch the entire live, you would hear him talk about that. He says his main issue, his main deal is the fact that his kids are transferred through over 20 people to babysit their children. And he thinks that's a problem, which is why he would like to get, I guess, first right of refusal when it comes to her being busy. He would like to get his own kids, but I guess. And then he also talked about how he didn't want full custody or something like that. I guess he wants to have joint custody with Melody, but ultimately he wants her to not allow men to watch their children because most of his children are little girls, okay? And I'm just kind of thinking to myself, like, I hear you on that. I understand if you don't want a lot of men watching your children. Get that, right? But you do know women can be problematic as well watching kids too. Okay, there have been women that have violated children too, because that's what it sounds like you're alluding to when you say you don't want men watching your kids. But then honestly, what I truly think, and this is just an opinion, not a fact, right? My opinion is that it sounds like you do not want your son Tank to be influenced by the lifestyle that his uncle is living. And I understand you may not care anything about that. Like a lot of people do say that, like, I don't mind you being gay. That's not an issue with me. You can do what you want to do. Live your life. You live your life. Yeah. But when you see that it's probably about to be a direction that your child may take or whatever the case may be, then it hits a little different for you. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that that's what it is with Martell. I don't know. I'm just giving my observation on the situation. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's coming off to me a bit. Like you don't have an issue with them until it becomes your kid or something. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really like that, honey. But let's keep going. Girl, this is messy. Okay? Just messy, because Martell also goes on when he talks about the 17,000. He says something like, I guess they had 35,000 or so. It was I'm not even going to put a 35 because I don't know. That man said 30 something thousand. Okay, that came in. He believed it was from OWN. I guess when Mel wanted to leave him, she went into the account, took all the money and put it in her personal account, and He don't win and got some money. Girl, I don't know who taking from who, but somebody done took thousands, and it's a whole lot of going on. Okay, this will not be resolved anytime soon. We're going to continue to hear more about this custody battle as it pertains to Miss, of course, Melody Holt and Mr. Martell Holt. Girl, this is going to be the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend. Some people start to singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because this is the song that doesn't end. Okay, but I'm going to end it right here and move on to something else really quickly, because when this video ended up being resurfaced over on the social media, I did see where Miss Stormy got into the comments, honey. And Stormy says she was a bit late to the party. I'm a little confused. Miss Stormy came up under the video and says, I'm late. Okay. And then someone else ended up responding to Miss Stormy. Someone says, so you being a flip-flopper too? ? And Stormy responds, because I'm late and didn't know about this live? Oh, wow. Someone else says, don't let them get you hot today. And she says, it's so weird. Oh, wow. It looks like more conversations continue to happen. Someone says, why would you know about it? It has absolutely nothing to do with you. Stormy says, I guess the same reason everyone else knows about it, because it's on the internet. I agree with Stormy on that. I'm like, now, girl, you know everybody else out here just like you up in these folk business, girl. No, you're not. Okay. So I just thought that was a bit funny. So I had to just bring that to you guys. Okay. It wasn't a whole lot of conversation because Miss Stormy decided that she was going to stop interacting with the people. But Stormy, girl, you really didn't even have to say I'm late. Girl, now why did you go over there and tell me I'm late? Okay. Girl, y'all is messy. And Miss Destiny Payton, we saw you tiptoe on over there into Mr. Martell Holt's live, girl. We did, and I ain't even gonna fault you, girl. We just trying to see what's going on. Okay, she definitely tiptoed and clicked on it and joined the live. All right, so oh wow, it's just a whole lot of going on. But I must say, when Martell did this live, baby, he definitely pissed off my girl, Miss Melody Holt, okay? And we definitely got to talk about what Miss Melody Holt had to say. So let's go ahead and let's get into that. Melody says, dang, man, I hate when I have to blast and speak facts on jokers. Dang on it. What I'm going to say is this. I sit back and really try to not have to go to war however I can. So my YouTubers and bloggers, I'm having an in-person event to show some facts. DM me if you want to be one of the 5 to fly in. Oh, wow. Because I really been holding back. But if I'm going to decide to take you out, I'm taking you all the way out. Oh, wow. Miss Mel, gun blazing. Okay, now I must say, when I see this, I'm not even gonna lie, I like when Mel get in her bag a little bit, because I feel like she be going too lightly on people sometimes, because she be trying to keep it cute. But I appreciate her letting them know, like, I don't like the, you know what I'm saying? And what Tupac say, I ain't no killer, but don't push me. Okay, I don't think she's no killer, but I'm just saying, I don't want to go there, but don't push me, because I can get there with you. And it's like, sometimes you got to get with some people, you really do. And she also goes on to say, this is going to be good with a T. She says, and then y'all get ready. She says, one thing I will go ahead and say is this: the judge ordered, and she also says in parentheses, pull the records to return the 17K back to the account by a Friday. Oh wow. He failed to do so, and the judge ordered mediation. My attorney begged me not to let the 17K go, but I was just ready to be divorced. So I said, forget it. My manager literally said, don't worry, because you will make it back. God has you. Listen, I appreciate this comment so much. My manager literally said, don't worry, because you'll make it back. God has you. That is a fact, because whenever anybody takes something from me, I always be like, you're going to lose more than what you took from me. And I feel like that's happening to Mr. Martell. We're going to keep going, okay? So Miss Mel says, ew, y'all going to enjoy this event. She says, because I have all the proof and facts. Okay, she also goes on to say, what's so crazy is this is the same person who destroyed his family and lost it all, but still thinks somebody owes you. Woo! Let's go. Let's snap, Mel. Let's get there. Okay, we have to get there. Mel says, yes, I sure did spray. The judge threw nothing out about no 17K. Shaking my head. This man is delusional. But baby, start a battle. I will win the war. Oh, come on, Mel. Mel says she's ready to go to war. Period. I think Mel has been on the battlefield ready to go to war since they got divorced. I mean, since the day she walked out and God said go. So I think she's been ready to go to war. Okay, let's get into more. Melody says, man, I can count 2 that he's treated terrible and ain't made them a priority. We ain't covering in 2022 nor 2023. Now, what you mean by that, Miss Mel? Man, I can count 2 that he's treated terrible and ain't made them a priority. We ain't covering in 2022 nor 2023. Lose friends, question mark, LOL. Nah. She says, you need 2 people even when they show their colors. I walk away. Oh, what you mean by that? You need 2 people? What is that? That was a little typo. I didn't follow that one right there, Mel, okay? She also says there's a difference, so stop that narrative. I guess she's trying to say that she's the one that's been losing a lot of friends, when on the other end, it seems like it could possibly be Mr. Martell, girl. But we are going to continue to get into more. So let's see what else Miss Melody had to say, honey. Because Mel also goes on to say, man, shut up. My kids are with me. Most of the time, I have them. Somebody go get this mental case some help, for real, for real. The way that Melody is responding, girl, she was responding so quickly. I felt like, are you watching the live and you're responding to it? She was going in. I'm here for it. Let them know. Girl, go in. Do what you gotta do, Mel. Okay, so she says, I really have to sit back and not say too much. Only when I didn't want y'all feeling like things were over with when they weren't. Okay, but I really been showing a whole lot of grace. And yes, you have. She says, but I'm gonna let God do the grace. Okay, I know that's real. Let God. Okay, I'm not your Lord. Let God do you. Okay. Let him get you together. Let him help you out. Okay. She says, who was watching the kids when you was out? You know what? Never mind. Yes. Yes. When you was out here cheating. When you was out here doing whatever it is that you want to do, who was watching the kids? Theon. Let's keep going. Okay. She says, ain't this the same person who's such a quote unquote great friend, but blasted so much about those quote unquote friends when they weren't bothering him? That's what Miss. Come on, Mel. Mel also says the judge ordered therapy, and that was back in March. You ain't did not one session. Shaking my damn head. Your priority ain't the kids and their well-being. Your priority is what it has been since the marriage. A hoe. Oh, did Mel just call this man a hoe? Wow, wow, wow. Okay, Melody says the same person who slipped up the last week of filming and said you saw text messages about my brother possibly having C19, and I haven't even been around you. So my question on camera was how you see my text messages and I ain't even been around you in 2 years like that. And that's why I keep changing my number. Ooh, not keep changing it. Ladies, these men be out here tracking and recording, and I promised I figured it out. Ooh. Check the vehicle too, Mel. Check the vehicle too, girl. Let's keep going. Mel says, and if you such quote unquote that guy and have all these friends who you just love so much, then why the hell were your utilities being turned off? Ooh, girl, not her reading. Girl, this is something. Ooh. She says, I know what's really up. And as my great grandmother used to say, sometimes you gotta cut a snake off by the head. Oh, read, Mel. Girl, there's so much more to get into. She says, your uncles can watch the kids, but my brother can't. Come on, Mel. Ain't no not seeing for the forest, for the trees over here. Man, this joker been so homophobic for the longest, and I ain't said nothing about it. Nada. But I promise the messages I have ain't gonna lie. This is going to be the event of the year. Hashtag gay basher. Hashtag been hating on the LGBT community. Oh, wow. Not calling him homophobic. Girl. Okay. Mel also goes on to say, never lost friends, found myself though, accepted revelations and moved on. You should try it. Hashtag get real with yourself. Hashtag sit your ass down and heal. Yes, Mel. Girl, I need that on a shirt. Hashtag sit your ass down and heal. Do you know how many men are walking around like that? How many black men are walking around like that? How many just people walking around that need to sit their ass down and heal? Girl, I know a few. I'm not even gonna lie to you, girl. Put that on a shirt. The people want to know, okay? She also goes on to say, ask me, question mark, okay. A cheater, manipulator, liar, narcissist, criminal, hashtag next question, please. Next question, please. Okay. She also goes on to say, have all the smoke for me all the time, but none for, you know what? Never mind. Y'all should ask why that is. Oh, y'all know who I think she's talking about, girl? We got to pause right here. I think she's talking about you, Miss A. I think she's talking about you, Miss A. I do. I think she's talking about you got all the smoke for Mel, but you don't have no smoke for, you know what? Never mind. Y'all need to ask why that is. I do wonder, why is that? Why is that? Because Miss Girl stay online. Like, I don't know why you ain't hop online and get her together when she, showed out the last live that she had when she was taking callers. Wow, wow, wow. Let's keep going, okay? She says, and talking about some numbers, using the same method you using and calling quote unquote babysitting, which ain't it. Hell, you at 19. Oh, wow. Shaking my damn head. These miserable, bitter narcissists ain't no joke. Shaking my head. Okay. Mel also goes on to give us more. She says, sat my kids down and had them give you names of anybody, okay, family or not, who has watched them for any time. Even if I went down the road to the store and gave peach cobbler to whoever told the most. Okay, not him giving peach cobbler to whoever told the most. A scoop of ice cream was for the person that gave him the second most. Then says popsicle was the person who told the least. Shame. That's why I ain't settling or mediating. SHIT. She said I ain't mediating shit. Okay, about this. Period. Something's missing in the head. Wow. Girl, this is messy, girl. So then she goes on to say, and now I'm done for the day. It's fun time with the kiddos, okay? But she wasn't necessarily done because Miss Mel came back and had a few more things to say, okay? Miss Mel says, who finna have 4 kids with a bad parent? Shaking my head, exactly. Y'all ain't hear me say nothing but positive about this man when it came to parenting. And until the divorce, it was true. But since the divorce, the veil has been removed, and it's a lot that ain't okay. It's a lot of hurt and bitterness being taken out on my kids, and I see it and my kids feel it. Now keep bringing your ass to social media, and I'm gonna keep tearing your ass up from this day forward. Oh, wow. Girl, looks like Melody got even more to say. She says, revenge P? Really? Girl, I hope Martell is not over there threatening her with revenge P. Now, I don't know if they're having text messages back and forth or if he is posting things to his close friends that only she can see and she's responding to it very publicly. Oh, wow. She says, I pay attention to promises, not threats. I have 4 kids some kind of way with you. Hashtag whack. Okay? Girl, that is. Oh, let me check that out again. Revenge P. Really? I pay attention to promises, not threats. Oh, wow. I have 4 kids some kind of way with you. Hashtag whack. Oh, wow. Now, why would you stoop that low to do her like that? Like, that is just some. Oh, girl. Martell, you're continuing to disappoint the people, okay? Let's keep going. Miss Melody says, hashtag typical. And for the ones saying I ain't never been quiet ever, you about to see how quiet I've actually been. Oh my, she ready. She's ready. She says, attorney on 24/7 speed dial in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, you guys just heard what Miss Melody Holt had to say to Mr. Martell Holt. And I don't even think Martell has said anything since. Like, I don't think he has responded. Then, girl, this is some messy boots here if I've ever seen it. All right. But you know what I had to do, honey. I had to go ahead and hop on this good video and share with you guys the latest update of Love and Marriage Huntsville cast members, Melody and Martell Holt, girl. Listen, if they ain't doing overtime for the show that's about to drop real soon, I don't know who is. I really don't know who is, girl. So y'all got to get down in these comments and let me know your thoughts about this situation. I will say this. It's ultimately sad that these kids have to go through this. And I could just imagine how it's going to affect them. You know what I'm saying? As they get older. I would hope that it wouldn't much, but you know, I just feel like they've been through a lot in the past few years. You know what I'm saying? Becoming reality stars out of nowhere, you know, and not just them, you know, their parents too, but that came along with it. Then, you know, their dad being exposed. So the arguments that could have taken place inside the home. And then, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, you see them and they seem like they do their best to be in good spirits, you know. But I just hate that they have to, you know, go through this. But I'm still here for Mel dragging the dog out of him as necessary and when needed, because I mean that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy to me is, y'all know he sat down and did a panel not too long ago, and Martell pretty much sat up there and talked about some of the things that he said that he learned or whatever when he did this panel. I think it was called chemistry or something. He did this panel, and then fast forward not even a month later and we're getting into some different things. So what? Did you really learn anything? Girl, this is some here, honey. But listen, that's all that I got, girl. I gotta hop up off this thing. This is already long enough. I want you guys to go ahead and hop down in the comments, honey. Let me know your overall thoughts about this particular situation here, honey. I'm Jamie. That's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie. That's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.